the world we live in. There we go. Alrighty, so 436 here, NASDAQ. They're kind of just chilling right here at 440. Looks like absorption. They're buying a tremendous amount of calls, just pumping, pumping, pumping. The weird thing is that usually when we have a tremendously large red day out of the gate, you have a ton of put selling to take profit. But here, after a tremendously green session, we have a ton of call buying. So we'll see what they want to do with this here. We have put selling, call buying at the moment. They're kind of chilling at 440. I really want to get on a good 3-seed position. A good 3-seed position would do well today. There's a lot of potential for an R&R trade today. High R&R trade, I'm sorry. And I want to take advantage of it. Some weird stuff going on in the aviation world. What we saw today is not normal. It's the first time they've ever blanket shut down an airspace in 30 years. And it's odd for them to just do that. And then it's even more odd for them to just cancel it. It had nothing to do with military operations. They would not do that for military operations. Another red move here. They bottom ticked it aggressively at 397 or so. And that'll be a good indication for a 3C if we get something here. If we get it. So we'll see. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? Today is Wednesday, of course. Middle of the week, middle of the pack. They are selling calls here, and they're not buying puts, but they are selling calls. They sold off about 400 million calls right there. Again, we need a 3C at about 397 to get us going. We'll see what happens. We're defending 400 here. Can't get through 397, whatever this wick is. They love it. And once we do that, we could finally start to play down. My first target will be 326. Once 326 hits, we'll play the non-farm payroll low of about 230 to 239 or so. But we need a 3C. We need a 3C. We need a 3C. It's also worth noting that the 400 mark on NASDAQ is the Fibonacci 50% mark for this 6-month range. We've been in this range since August of 2025. 25,400 is the 50% Fibonacci. So you see, we broke above it, we had a pivot, and now they're kind of defending and back and forth and shaking out and doing all this crazy nonsense. So you see why 400 is such a strong defense. We finally have a beautiful red candle all the way down, engulfing red. So beautiful. Beautiful. SPY is up crazy. Yeah, everything is up crazy right now. So we finally have a little bit of a 3C potentially forming. We have call selling. We have put buying finally. I love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it, baby. Fantastic price action. Finally get a little bit of movement here. All the way down. I like to see it. 3Cs all the way. 3Cs all the way. Let's see. RTY's top wicking. Silver is putting on their own crazy moves. We have ES is 69.98. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. High volume top wick right there. It's one of my favorite plays in all of the news worlds is fading non-farm payroll. I love it. There's a decent probability based on stats and history that they'll undo every penny of the non-farm payroll move at some point today. So that's, I love to see it. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? All right. Redefending 400 here. There's 403. So we broke 400 underwards. They came back up and retapped it here. So this is the SR flip. If they can hold the SR flip, then we'll start to trudge on down into lower areas. So this is what we're looking for. Man, y'all are quiet today. I'm gonna have to start starting the stream at the top of the hour. I'm just talking to open space here. Top wick here after the failure, coming on down to 366, and then I'm going to target 330 right here. We have a 3C. Beautiful 3C. We have the retest off 400. Everything's working. One of my favorite plays of the news world right here. And now we're going for 326. 326 will be the first target. After that, we're going on down to 240. There are selling calls and buying puts. Fantastic. Working like a charm. It's like directing a choir, baby. What's up, SPQ? Meaningless collection. How you doing? How you doing? How's your mother? Oh man, a lot of crazy stuff. A county in Virginia has come out and said that they are not going to comply with Virginia's Congress gun rules they've legislated. They're calling themselves a Second Amendment sanctuary city. I think we're all locked in. Heck yeah, baby. Heck yeah. Looking across the market here, we have a bright green market. I wouldn't even say bright green. The S&P is only 50% green, 50% red. Tech is pretty dang green, except for Microsoft. So, VIX is down 4% to 17. It's still not really liquidating. It's still holding 17. But yeah, my doctor put me on some crap yesterday. I haven't slept because of it. Me tired. Oh, I ain't no good, dude. I ain't no good. How's the back doing? Juice box. Big red candle still coming off. Short at 368. I love it. Well done, Jonathan. Once we take out this area, I'm targeting 326. All the way down, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. What do we got? What do we got? Top wicket. Silver's getting crushed. RTY's getting crushed. NASDAQ still hasn't really begun to roll, although it's nicely heading that direction. We're down about 120 points here, which is fantastic, but that's a drop in the bucket for what we could have if we can hold this low. What's up, Kevy Kev? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Keep going, baby. 3 C's. 3 C's. There we go. Still going. Waiting for 326. S&P is falling down. RTY is falling down. NASDAQ is a little bit stickier, but it's heading that direction. We're looking for 326. Still going. Beautiful stuff. Declare your accounting. Yep. Selling calls still. Another top wick on NASDAQ. Everything is rolling over here. We have put buying, kind of, but they're still selling calls here. So 360, 350, 370. NASDAQ is still just kind of top wicking in this area here. We have an FOMC speech at the top of the hour, and I'm sure they'll address questions on our possible rate change here after today's data. Heck, at this point, we need to hike rates again on incredibly strong jobs data. Another top wick on NASDAQ. S&P is falling all the way down. Y'all sick of this range yet? Y'all understand why I wanted to divest everything in 2019? This is good compared to 2019. What's up, Kimberly? I'm watching ES and Nasdaq at the moment, back and forth. I'm keeping an eye on silver. Did you get a position? I didn't see a 3C. No, there's a fantastic 3C, and yes, I was in a position. I just stopped out. But yes. Not to mention strong theory today. Today is one of my favorite days to trade of the month simply because it's non-farm payroll day. One of my favorite transactions is to fade non-farm payroll movement. Whether it be if they sell it off in pre-market, you bounce it. If they rocket it in pre-market, you short it. It's one of my favorite trades. $372 here. Selling calls still. They're not buying puts, but they are selling calls. So right now it's an option seller's transaction. We just top wicked off of the 400 mark, which once again is the Fibonacci flip for the overall range. Right here, coming off. It's fantastic. We have double top wick at 360, looking for lowers. ES is coming down. NASDAQ is coming down. Everything is still status quo. We have 402 dropping. 402 million still coming down. What's up, Will? I'm not a call-out server, so I don't call out my position, Aldrich. But I was very clear on everything this morning, on shorting everything after non-farm payroll. Fade it every time. Still coming down 385. Beautiful, beautiful. Where was the 3C? I thought you discarded. Nope, never said I disregarded the first minute. The 1 minute chart. So I look for volume. Of course, we're 15 minutes in. I was very clear on my theory that I short non-farm payroll post data. So, but yeah, I mean, we haven't extended yet. I still fully expect to take out the entire non-farm. So there's still plenty of opportunities. Still plenty of time. This is just the beginning of the movement here. But yeah, once we get through we rejected 462, which is a double top of overnight. We swept lower. We put in a lower low. We had volume, top wick, and lower lows. Complete 3C. Very clear. And then once we take out this, we'll be looking for 326. Once we take 326, we'll be looking for the imbalance at 240. So, too much too fast into yesterday's highs. Pre-market was a Rasky red. 100%, J-Dog. 100%. It's fantastic. I was under the impression that data was to be bad. Did they cook the books? 100% they cooked the books. But then again, in all fairness, they've been cooking the books every time for years now. The problem is people only pay attention to the posting. They don't pay attention to the revisions. If you go into the BLS website and look at the revisions, every single non-farm payroll we've had for the past 4 years has been revised down. Every one of them. But nobody cares. It pumps on the data, but it doesn't drop on the revision. So, what do you do with that? Still kind of chilling here. We do have FOMC speech at the top, or FOMC member, I'm sorry. The committee speech, not FOMC, and terrible wording, but we do have that at the top of the hour. I'm pretty convinced data is just an excuse for volatility. 100%. 100%. Next month looks better because it grew by a bigger percentage. You're right. You are right. NASDAQ is coming back up here. They are selling the crap out of puts somehow. Call activity is starting to increase back up to the positive side. Coming back over. Good morning, Will. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Still going. Another sweeping top wick. Just waiting my turn to get the full trade here. I want the full extent of this range. That was a sweeping move there. Heck, that might kick things off right there. Dang, Gina. Dang, Gina. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Smokerinos right there. Smokerinos. Big old top wick here forming. RTY is getting crushed. Small caps are getting crushed. So the small caps are not doing well here. We have another aggressive top wick on NASDAQ. That is a triple top rejection off of the 430, 450 area. At which point, with that volume, that will give us another 3C potential. So let's switch over to the 5. So on this one, for this entry, we would need 343, 340 to close. But right now, this top wick is holding at 386 or so. But that is 3 sweeping rejections off of this 430 mark. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. All we really need to get things cranking is more put buying, and that'll start to accelerate this move. That is a beautiful top wick rejection. Beautiful top wick rejection. Beautiful top wick rejection. 403, 406, just waiting. More cowbell, yeah. Yeah. So we need to get 363 would give us a beautiful move here. 363 to 340. Obviously things are sticky. Nice, beautiful top wicks, sweeping top wicks. That is 3 major top wicks here. So the bulls better get something rolling. Otherwise, we're going to have some pain, which I think is going to come here. So all the way down, 380 again, another sweeping top wick. 390, baby, 390. Sweeping top wicks all over the place. Big old top wick on the S&P. RTY is getting crushed. Look at RTY. RTY just hit non-farm payroll lows. They just did it. All the way down. Look at that move on small caps. Holy crap. Getting crushed. Bleeding, baby. They just hit it. Look at that. All the way down. Meanwhile, NASDAQ refuses to go anywhere right now. Pretty boring session so far for NASDAQ. Although I think that's going to change soon. RTY is getting crushed. Look at that. Look at that. Getting crushed. Another big old top wick on NASDAQ. Can they break lower? Put buying and call selling is accelerating. Can they get a large sweeping red is the question. I think it's coming. I think it's coming. I think it's coming. RTY still getting crushed. New lows still going. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Here we go. Here we go. Drill to the core of the earth. Come on, baby. RTY getting crushed. NASDAQ, 380. The guy who runs my Discord is a former Air Force pilot, so this is very unusual. Interesting. Yeah, it is very unusual. Very unusual. Gulag test. New workout split is interesting, but also making me gain strength and recover faster. Man, I did heavy squats 2 days ago. I tried to do a super heavy session. And I usually stick to going pretty heavy, but I went exorbitantly heavy, and man, I'm smoked. I'm walking around like with a cane the past 2 days. Should go up. The rest of the market is getting wrecked right now, so things better start recovering if the S&P is going up. I don't expect it to. If we do get moving below 340 and take a short, wouldn't the 5 structural stop be all the way up at 430? Yeah, but I mean, do you want to wait 100 points to do that? The stocks are up because of the movement overnight, but they're currently bleeding. They're currently bleeding. And NASDAQ is top wicking. S&P is still falling. They just broke lows. RTY is getting clapped. All it takes is a little bit of volume here. We're going to start getting wrecked. Remember those heavy squat days? I have heavy deadlifts today after we make some money. Heck yeah, baby. That's the way to do it. Heavy squats. Makes you feel like a man. Here we go. Get it going, baby. There we go. ES is about to take out that last leg. Next stop is going to be non-farm payroll lows. Let's do it. RTY is getting crushed. Absolutely liquidated the small caps. NASDAQ price action is disappointingly slow, but it's heading the right direction. Yeah, buddy. Said that all wrong. Oh man, current win weight for the week. I can't talk. Current win rate for the week is sitting at 79.6%. 79.6%. Come on, baby. Give it to daddy. Well, this is boring. Still top wicking. Come on, baby. 9 people killed in a mass shooting in Canada as a shooter identifies as trans. Interesting. They need more gun control. Do you ever put structural stops above the 1-minute levels or just 5-minute? I try to stick to my stops on the 5-minute chart. As much, and it really depends, I guess. It depends on where we are. If we're at a level where, if we're bumping up against a monthly high and I have a short position on, then I want my stop to be above that monthly high because that's going to give me a lot of defense. I want the market to defend me as much as possible. Having the market on your side as defense is like, having your high school brother protect you when you're in elementary school. Ain't no one beating that guy up. We have call selling, put buying at the moment. We have aggressive top wicks. We have an RTY that's liquidating. The S&P is falling. Everything's starting to bleed out. All it's doing is holding on here. Looking for lower. Patience. That's right. Patience. I'm targeting overall the non-farm payroll low, which, by the way, we still have CPI this week. Here we go. New low of the day for NASDAQ. Still going. Give them all the Tylenol. Yeah. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Just give it to Daddy. You know you're going to do it anyway. Just go ahead and do it. There, there we go. Yes. Yes. Y'all want my plays, but you don't want my theory. You don't want my theory. I'm literally telling you exactly what the market's going to do. Literally telling you exactly what the market's going to do. Non-farm payroll lows, baby. Non-farm payroll lows. Sorry about that. The dopamine hit that you get when you watch your P&L just suddenly explode is pretty fun. It's pretty fun. It's the reason why people get addicted. That dopamine. Because your brain's like, I need more of that. Go buy 15 evals. And you go do it. Oh man, y'all ready for non-farm payroll lows? Let's go. Sorry. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go. Non-farm payroll lows. All the way down. Almost there. We've got 50 more points until we get to non-farm payroll low. Every one of you should be blasting your P&Ls right now. Every one of you should be blasting your P&Ls right now. One of my favorite trades is non-farm payrolls fading. Sorry, I had to tweet. Unbelievable. Good stuff. It'll get there. It'll get there. Give me a fish I eat for one night. Teach me how to fish I eat every night. That's right, baby. We're all getting fishing poles. I'm handing out fishing poles left and right, baby. Handing out fishing poles left and right. All we need to do is wait for 238. Hey, I'm a poet and I don't know it. Wait for 238. Oh crap! Today's Wednesday. That means I have Bookmap. Forgot about that. Mexican cartel drones breached U.S. airspace. The reason why we do not have a good Discord alternative is because it will not be free, and you jabronis do not want to pay for it. Isn't that true? We gonna hit Mexico? Yeah, it still doesn't make sense. You know, it still doesn't make sense. We're gonna hit Mexico. Their Canadian silver miners went missing. They found a mass grave with them. Uh-oh. That ain't no good. Another sweeping top wick right there to gather inventory, and now we're going on down to non-farm payroll lows. Let's see. Let's take a look at the calls. What are the calls doing right here? They're still selling the crap. Man, freaking Hero is still giving me problems. They're still selling off here, and after that top wick, we should get us on down to non-farm payroll lows right here. There we go. See, they're starting to expand the sells. They're starting to expand the sells. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Keep on going. I'm about to bust out some Master P. I'm about to bust out some Master P. Do you think overnight lows are plausible? Overnight lows? I mean, yeah, it's plausible, but I don't want to get in the. I don't want to reach for that yet. I don't want to overextend myself. I want to look for the overnight low at 240 and go on down to 149 after that. Once we capture non-farm payroll lows, I'll make a determination based on the market and coming on down. That was very obvious we were coming down. Everything was starting to bleed. NASDAQ, RTY was the big tell. And once we kind of take out 242, then we'll make a determination of overnight low. So, but first things first, we need non-farm payroll low first. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What's up, YouTube? How's y'all doing? How y'all doing? Why are you expecting non-farm payroll lows? It's a very, if you go back and look, it's very, very common for non-farm payroll to fade their pre-market move. And I don't mean I'm talking about non-farm payroll as if it's an entity. The market loves to fade non-farm payroll. It's just something I caught on to it 2 years ago. It works really well. It doesn't work every single time, but it depends on how the pre-market goes. If the pre-market is aggressively one-sided, one of the best news-related trades out there is to fade the move at the open, which means if it's aggressively red, you buy it at the open or around the open. If it's aggressively green, you fade it at or around the open. It works very, very high percentage of the time. And here we are, coming on down. Not to mention, let's talk about this from a VPA standpoint. We have liquidity sitting at, a bunch of liquidity sitting at 239 on NASDAQ. 239 is where they bounced it on non-farm payroll. So there's a tremendous amount of liquidity sitting there, which creates a suction sitting at 239. So that's going to be my target here. I mean, we're only 50 points away from that on NASDAQ. It's not that far away. That's just like a half a candle here for NASDAQ, and we're about to clap it. So that's an obvious target. So I try to think pragmatically with the markets. If they're making a move, what's the likely target? The likely target here is 239. We'll probably have a quick little checkup here. Here we go, 269. We're 30 points away. Once 239 hits here, you roll your stop. Make sure they don't put on some more aggressive 100-point bounce. If they can hold down at 239 without any kind of crazy bounces, then you could start to probably look for 140, which is the overnight low position. I'm not calling for 140 right now. I don't know yet. I don't like to call things just to, I like to look at what's most likely going to happen. And first target here is 239. And we almost got there on that little move. So just keep your stops in place in case they try to check it up early and put on a 100-point bounce early. But give yourself an opportunity to grab NFP low. And then if they take out that one, then you go for overnight low. But it depends on how they do it overnight. If they chop it into the data, then there's not a good read on non-farm payroll after. But if they aggressively one-side the tape, like they did today, it's very common for them to fade it somewhere around the open. So that's what I did. I waited for it, I looked for it, and bada boom, bada bing, here we are. And if they fail this candle, it'll be a quick trip to 239. Not to mention they're still selling calls. So use this opportunity to make some money. Make the money. Make the money. This is your opportunity. There we go, 267. And then from a 3C standpoint, what else am I looking for to determine that we might have hit a bottom? Y'all know the answer to that. It's pretty easy. It's an open book test. Vol spike, exactly. If I see a volume spike on the Uno, then I'll need to I'll need to force myself to disregard the non-farm payroll low. But right now we don't have any major volume spikes. Thought it'd be a bullish inverted rainbow horse. Oh my gosh. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Here we go. Y'all ready for non-farm payroll lows? Just give yourself an opportunity to get it. Just give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. All I am asking is to give shorts a chance. Here we go. Ooh, that's nice. Turan Tactical 12-gauge semi-automatic. Te amo. Te amo. Man, y'all are quiet considering we're making a ton of money. You're boring me. There we go. Coming on down to 239, baby. All the way down, all the way down. Does that make sense, Sumed? Almost there. Gun person. They call them a gun person. Oh, man, this world's crazy. I feel like I'm the one going crazy. Come on, give me 239. Just do it. Like, we're almost there. We're only 5 points away. Just do it. Boom. Yahtzee. Yahtzee. Boom. Where's it? Someone posted a GIF of Denzel Washington. Boom. Boom. You are talking into a screen. Dude, sometimes I feel like I'm going nuts because of that. Like, if you knew me before, like, if you know me in my personal life, you know how anti-technology I am. The fact that I actually do this is pretty extraordinary. Come on, baby. Boom. Sorry, I'm being very obnoxious today. I apologize. I'll try to rein it in. I love this job. Coming on down. Coming on down. This white line is previous day's lows. Of overnight low is 146. Yes, I chose these numbers, these colors of these lines very strategically. Boom. And there it is. I don't know what else to tell y'all. I don't know what else to tell you. I think that's about as good as I can do right there, people. Over 200 points on NASDAQ, all the way down to non-farm payroll. It's one of my favorite plays in the book. And I wait for it every month. I get it once a month, baby. It's like Christmas, once a month. I get it once a month. I love it. I love it. Oh, adding this to the playbook. Nice, Sumid. You're welcome. We're all in trance with the waterfall. Yeah. Love it. Bounce from here? That I don't know. We do have volume. Like I said, I expected a checkup there. We got a small little bottom wick that barely held. So that tells you how aggressive the selling is. So from here, you lean on the 3Cs from here. You know, the thesis has been filled. I don't know where else we're going from here. We could continue to sell off all day. Just play the 3Cs. You know. Give yourself an opportunity to have a breakout trade. This is it. Like, this is your opportunity to have one of those trades that you rally for a couple hundred points. And we going down, homie. 213. Coming down. I told y'all. I told y'all. Let's go. 198. Next stop is overnight low at 146. They're doing it quick. They're doing it quick. Oh, man, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to do heavy legs again today to get out all this testosterone. Woo! It's gonna suck. Come on, baby. 180. We're coming on down. Let's go, baby. Can we get 146? How do you say 146 in Espanol? Was it, I don't know. I'm not even going to butcher that. But let's go, baby. I know how to say 46, just not 146. Let's go, baby. You said the gulag? Come home, baby. All right, so let's plan accordingly here. 146 is overnight lows. They're probably going to bounce it at 146 at least once. At least once. So you have two thought processes there. One, you could play the bounce. Number two, if you're short, protect yourself before you wreck yourself. Ask yourself the question, what else more do you want than a 300-point sell-off on NASDAQ? So protect yourself. That's it. And then if you stop out, you need to find that little X symbol at the top right hand of your monitor and close it all out and go enjoy your day. You're welcome. Let's go, baby. Here we go. Do we do it? Do we do it? On the overnight lows, do we do it? Do they hammer the overnight lows? Let's see if they hammer the overnight lows. Right now, they are extending, baby. Extending. Drilling. Let's see what they do. Bottom wick number 1. 146, still going. Can they do it? This should be a pretty interesting play here. This should be a pretty interesting play. There we go. There's bounce number 1. Already, there should be an instant 20 points for you. How far do they take it is the question. There's 170. We have volume on this trade, so if we get a high volume bottom wick, we might be able to, there we go. There's 180. There's you an easy 40 points. And that's the easy stuff. That's not even a system. Playing overnight lows is not even a system. That's the easy low-hanging fruit that you should be aware of, you jabronis. There's 180. Here comes 190. Can we get 200? There's an easy 50 points for you. There's an easy 60 points for you. You're welcome. I have an Options Millionaire Venmo if you'd like to contribute and tip. There we go. That's all I got for you. I can't do anything better than this. I can't do anything better. Let's go 200. I was told taxes, tips aren't taxed in America. Obviously, that was nonsense, but hey, it got me excited for a while. I'll give you just a tip. Oh my gosh. Anyway. What a day, man. What a freaking day this is. This is fun. This is fun. This is fun. Overnight low touch right there. After this, if they take out overnight lows, we'll be going for weekly lows, which is way on down here at this orange line. So I don't know if that, I'm not calling that. I don't know if that's going to happen. My thesis is checkmarked. So I don't know where they're going to go from here. If they continue to sell, my target will be 955. So stopped out with a 600% win on Tesla puts done for the day. Who needs a call-out serve when you lead the horse to water? That's right, Side Gig Guru. I love it. So my recommendation to you here is to protect yourself on any bounces. Temporarily maintain short biased until you have a 3C signal. If you get a 3C, which we don't have, we have a 1 volume, we have the reactionary off of the overnight low. If this fails, that shows you how aggressive the selling is. 146. Oh, nice. Very cool. Very cool. Appreciate that. Oh, man. What else? What else? What else? Oh, man. Another top wick, baby. I need a new gun. I saw a tweet today that said that police broke into a home and seized a stockpile of 500 rounds of 22. I was like, that's not even as much as my daughter has in her room. And she's 10. 500 rounds of 22. According to that, my daughter's a terrorist. Patience pays. I didn't enter until price broke below this pre-market pivot at the orange line, played down to data imbalance, had to take profit there because I was on the phone and missed out on more gains, but I crushed the daily goal. 4 green days in a row. Nice Magabagouli. You are truly getting that Magabagouli. I love it. All right. Is that a liquidity play there, or are they going to keep on going? That I don't know. Let's play the 3 C's here. Remain short biased until they give you a 3 C's. Remain short biased until they give you a 3 C's. There's another sweeping, so that looked like a liquidity move there. That looks like a liquidity move. Quick dump back over, and then roll it. I probably have that many rounds rolling around the floorboard in my back seat. I love it. Let's see what RTY is up to. Man, RTY is acting like that Notum in El Paso was the end of the world. Just getting wrecked. There we go. If this bottom wick fails, down we go. We still don't have a 3C yet. We have the possibility, we have volume, we have a bottom wick that continues to fail, so we do not have a 3C yet. So you still remain short biased until we roll over. Now you're being listened to by the NSA. Dude, I was listening to the NSA a long time ago. I have a public community that is anti-government. Trust me, we are on the list. All the way down, baby. If you did notice yesterday afternoon, after we got off, the banks got destroyed. Schwab, Bank of America, JP Morgan, all of them. XLF was the ETF, got wrecked. I didn't actually see the official news of what caused it, so I still don't know. I saw a couple of possible theories, but I did not agree with that would cause any of them, so I don't know. Still going, baby. Still going. Odds of another United States government shutdown in 3 days is 75%. Still going. Do not play a bounce until you get a 3C. This is all downside, baby. The 3 C's will keep you safe. The 3 C's will keep you safe. This is absolutely extraordinary. Not a single aggressive bounce is held. Remain short biased until you get a 3C. Do not buy the dip unless you have a 3C. I'm telling you right now. All the way down. Probably because they're getting rid of the penny. Yeah, weren't they losing money on the penny anyway? That should be a good thing. This market is the biggest bubble ever created. That is true. It is the biggest bubble ever created. Any valid trades today? 100%. Shorting the non-farm payroll highs was the play of the week, man. Play of the week. Just drop the kid off. Just picture a cute 3-year-old girl voice saying, "What's Gabagoo?" Oh, I love it. I love it. I am forming your child's mind with great words. Gabagoo. I was in the red heavily. Now in the green and some. Yeah, I think I'm done. Live to fight another day. Nice, Walker. Lock it up, baby. There's a great feeling when you come back from the dead and you make it green. Lock it in. Lock it in. I kept longing, thinking this is going to reverse. What an idiot I am. I'm nearly blowing my funded. 3 C's, man. The 3Cs will keep you safe. Even if the 3Cs do end up giving you a false signal, they still will keep you from absolute destruction. They'll limit your downside when you're wrong. Obviously, I'm wrong. I've lost 24% of the time this week, but I've been right 76% of the time. So that 24% of them are wrong. Guess what? Not once have I been blown out, because risk mitigation. Even when you're wrong, you're not getting destroyed. So right now, you do not take a long position, period, until you have a 3C. The stronger the downtrend that you experience, or uptrend, whichever you're trying to fade, the more confident of a 3C you need to take. Another top wick. There we go. Another top wick back over. We are still selling calls and buying puts. Actually, they're not even really buying puts. They're not even doing anything with puts here. Which, you know what that tells me? This is a long-dated position. The fact that 0DT puts aren't driving this tells me that this is a macro move. There's more long-dated puts here. This is exactly what I've been missing by not being here. I can't thank you enough. Nice, Mark. You're welcome, buddy. Good morning from across the pond from you. Appreciate you being here. I love it. I like hanging out with y'all. It's good stuff, man. I took a put 692, 135, exit 218, now 27. There you go. Wake up feeling this way every dang day. Come on, baby. 070. Still going. Not a single higher high. Not a single higher high. All of your trailing stops should remain intact. All of your trailing stops should have remained intact. All the way down. Give me the confidence to go full time. I appreciate you, Mark. That's awesome, man. Very humbling to hear that stuff. Very humbling. I know we have a lot of fun. You know, I tell a lot of jokes, but that stuff makes it worthwhile. Is getting short here chasing to you? Yeah, if you're not short, I would probably start to tread cautiously. If you are short, I would probably take measures to protect yourself. This is a phenomenal move. Obviously it's selling aggressively. It hasn't even broken a trend. There's no higher highs, so it's still short biased, 100%. There's no signals of a bounce here at all. But I'm just telling you, like, as we get closer to the weekly low of 955, the shenanigans start to bring in. The bounces, they could check it up early, you know, a quick 100 points up, liquidate, and then 150 points back down, that type of stuff. So as we get closer to the major support of 955, you have to start shifting your parameters, shifting your probabilities of a bounce. The closer we get, like I have a percentage in my mind, the closer we get of the higher that percentage goes of a bounce. So that way I have to start tightening up my stop, because I don't want to give back 200 points. This is an absolutely phenomenal move. Can you explain in one line what is the NFP play? In one line, fade, aggressive, one-sided pre-market action. They run the book overnight, one side. The catalyst comes off, you have a sell the news event, and then it dumps back over. And if it's aggressively red in pre-market, you buy the dip. My 2 funded accounts live to fight another day. Nice. Nice, David. Well done, buddy. I am itching to give one of you all $1,100. I want to give someone $1,100. Please, someone take my money. I will mail you physical cash if that's what you want. I will Venmo you, but take it. $25,007. Make it $1,200. Well, if nobody passes this challenge, then next month it will be $1,200. I will increase it $100 at a time until somebody wins it. I went ahead and took profit. My port is up 11%. Beautiful. Love it. Thanks, OM. Working on getting better with the close button, so I need to wrap it up here and enjoy the rest of the day. Do it. Do it, homeless Kodiak. You are going to have to make a conscious effort to not check your charts. You can't just say, well, I'm not going to do it, because once you're a trader, you're always a trader. Even if you stop trading and you go about your life doing something, that urge to check the charts will never leave, especially when you finally achieve some level of success. You've got to make a conscious effort that you are done with trading when you're done for the day. Otherwise, that urge to check your phone, to check the charts will always be there, and it'll wreck your life. It'll be 7:30 at night eating dinner. You're like sucking down the spaghetti and the pasta fazool, and you're like, Daddy, why are you checking your phone? What's that green and red stuff all over your phone? Those are candles, baby doll. Daddy, why'd you throw your plate of macaroni against the drywall? Daddy decided to take a trade at 7:45, darling. Don't do it. Don't do it. Bro, that girly voice. Sorry. When's the next challenge? I don't know. You know, I'll let this challenge run out. Hopefully somebody gets it. And if no one's in the running, then we'll start another one. And we'll keep on doing it till one of y'all get it. See what I mean? Those the closer we get to the support, you start having these out of nowhere, 100-point buy-ups like that. That's where you need to protect yourself. So that's where you take your profit, or you can elect to stay in, whichever you want. But it's all about probabilities. Quit, Junior. I'm trying to make it to Paris. Yeah. How do you join the challenge? If you go to the $50,000, no, I'm sorry, the $1,100 giveaway. Although this competition is closed already, the entries are closed, but we'll start another one. Even if y'all do, even if someone does make this competition and I pay them, we'll do another one. Because somebody said that it helped them become a better trader, so that's the whole intent. The OM one-act dinner party. I'd buy a ticket. I like it. Sounds too specific to be made up. Well, I've never thrown a plate of macaroni, but I have taken a trade right before dinner at 7:30 at night and wrecked my whole evening. 100% I've done that. I've let trading ruin a night before. Guilty as charged. My wife instantly knows when I've taken a trade after hours. 100%. She instantly knows it. She's like, you traded, didn't you? Yeah. Done that twice this month. Usually it's around high volatile scenarios, like silver, or 2022. All right, anyway, we're sitting here at 25,100 here. We still don't have a 3C. We have a potential 3C forming. Like I said earlier, if you're not already short, I would tread carefully on getting short, at least until there's a liquidity move. Maybe a retest off of 150 would be fantastic. A short off of the retest of 140 or 150 would be awesome. Give you an opportunity to get back in. You took a trade. Yeah. Oh, crap. Yeah, I have to switch over to Bookmap. I got excited. Yeah, so if you're on YouTube, you're going to see this stream end. You'll see another stream pop up for Bookmap. If you're in the Discord, this stream will end, and I will post the link to the Discord, to the Bookmap Discord there. So bear with me, and we're going to go.